we are again, lovely friends, back in the sunny and warm cuddle that is Cruise First TV. Welcome back. Today with Derek and Joe, we're making dream getaways with Celebrity Cruises. Make it real with low deposits today for 5-star adventures around the world for 2026.
That's right. What do you fancy? Well, we've got New Zealand cruising all included with a stay in Sydney, Australia for November. We've got the Southern Caribbean on Celebrity's brand new XL Edge class ship for late 2026. And we've got an exotic taste of the Far East on the Celebrity Millennium with added stays in Hong Kong and Singapore.
Oh my word, just too much to choose from. Where should we start? Let's start at the beginning then,
Yes.
shall we? Yes, we're off to Australia and New Zealand. Everyone wants to. And deposits today on our first offer mean that you can lock in our price today with as little as £199 deposit per person, which is news to my ears. It's 19 nights for the 13th of November in 2026. Let's fly down under to the home of Cell Block H, Kylie and Bondi Beach. Yep, it's Sydney, Australia, and let's chill here with 4 nights in a hotel to check out Aussie's coolest city.
Wonderful. That's a good little stay, isn't it? 4 nights, yeah.
Definitely.
Giving you a good amount of time to do everything that Sydney and the surrounding area has to offer. By the way, other areas on the East Coast are easily reachable by train as well. You can even hop down to Melbourne for the day since you're there for 4 days. But Sydney itself, of course, boasts a wealth of outdoor activities, lots of shopping. You've got Taronga Zoo, which is one of the world's most famous zoos, and you've got incredible sweeping views over the harbour from the zoo as well. The Royal Botanic Gardens are stunning. You've got views of the Harbour Bridge. You'll feel like you're in a film when you see it in the background. You could even kayak along the harbour. You can climb the bridge or just walk across it, depending on how thrill-seeking you are.
I bet it's warmer there.
Oh, absolutely. They have a great climate. Then it's time to board the gorgeous Celebrity Edge for 12 nights. Drinks and Wi-Fi are included for you as well. As always, included cruising means it's even easier for you to budget.
Fabulous.
But look, the Edge, of course, it's the precipice of new cruising on Celebrity. It's one of their 2 newest ships, the Edge and the Beyond. And of course, you know, these ships are incredibly dynamically designed. You know, we were on the Beyond, weren't we, not so long ago?
We were.
You've been on the Edge too.
I have.
The design,
many times.
many times. Yeah, well, exactly.
I love the Edge. It's just so sparkling and gorgeous. And the Edge class is about to boast its 5th ship, which we're featuring later on in the show, actually, the brand new XL, which Celebrity have been very, very secretive about.
Ooh.
Very, very secretive indeed.
Ooh.
But what we know about the Edge is that it's very, very design-led. Everything links just so smoothly from one area to the other.
Yeah.
Every part of it is just completely and utterly beautiful. And that makes for a real pleasure of a cruise and a true getaway, because it really feels like you've gone to that, you know, think of the biggest city near to you, think of the best boutique hotel there, think of having 1 night there and how much you spend on just 1 night in a boutique hotel, which is lovely to do. You know, it's a lovely meal of the evening, it's a lovely room to enjoy. You might have a tub in the bathroom, rain shower and all that kind of stuff. But you live it for 1 night.
1 night.
So you have to treasure that moment. When you're on a cruise, you get that 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 12 nights of it on this.
12 nights of boutique luxury.
Let's just think about the part of the world that we're sailing in for a moment. Australia and New Zealand.
Wow.
Let's just think about that. You put that and this ship together, and that's why they make this kind of wonderful marriage almost, don't they?
Oh yeah, and it's, I mean, you're going to be there in their summer as well, so you're going to get to enjoy some of the best this part of the world has to offer.
Of course,
and November, of course, is their summertime.
Yeah.
Good climate all year round in Sydney, particularly where you're sailing from, but you're going to love enjoying the Australian sunshine. But on board, of course, you know, lots of places to sit and enjoy and relax, because they have lots of dynamically designed bars and spaces around the ship. The design on Celebrity is my absolute favourite on any ship. I think it's so chic. It's luxurious without being stuffy or, you know, imposing. You feel welcomed in every space. Every space has its own unique identity. Eden, for example, they have themed cocktails all around the Garden of Eden. It's so much fun. They have all the fancy kind of smoky cocktails and things like that, you know, which is wild. And then when it comes to entertainment, some of the best shows I've ever seen at sea, with the biggest, most baffling installations, like big digital screens and stuff. You just scratch your head wondering how they managed to do it. But but they do, and you're going to love it.
Very clever.
We are cruising out of Sydney, off around some beautiful parts down under. First of all, we're in Fiordland National Park, New Zealand, where you'll get to enjoy Milford, Doubtful and Dusky Sound. They call them sounds, they're actually the fjords of New Zealand. And it's very atmospheric, this part of the world. And, you know, you're going to see incredible, you're going to see all of these lovely waterfalls, lots of greenery, and indoor-outdoor experience on board the ship. Dunedin's our first port, though, which is known as the Kiwi City with the Scottish heart, hailed as Edinburgh of Scotland. There we go. They've even got a castle, Lanark Castle, right there for you to enjoy. And if you can, you've got to go and see the penguins. They are adorable. Then we're into Christchurch, where you can travel down the tree-lined Avon River and tour English-style gardens and Gothic cathedrals, of course, with that quintessential New Zealand landscape. So I love that familiarity, yet it's different at the same time. Then it's Tauranga. Now, Tauranga is a good stopping off point to visit incredible Rotorua, which is one of the best spots in New Zealand to experience Maori culture and the geothermal geysers, the boiling mud, the thermal activity. We're into Auckland next, kind of the unofficial capital of New Zealand, which is on a volcanic fault, so you can actually visit a lot of those sort of, again, geothermal islands around, like Rangitoto Island. But you have also got the Harbour Bridge there. You've also got lots of other things to see. Bay of Islands is next, which boasts its own microclimate. And there's also the Waitangi Treaty Grounds to visit if you want to experience traditional Maori culture whilst you're there. I'd highly recommend it. It's a great experience. A couple of days at sea sees us back into Sydney, where we will fly you home after this incredible experience on one of the most exciting ships at sea, heading through Fiordland in New Zealand and some of New Zealand's hotspots. And of course, starting off with that mini break in Sydney. Incredible.
Can we just go now?
Can we please go now?
Yeah, can we please? please go now. It's amazing. The reason we're showing you this right now for the back end of 2026 is because prices are well worth locking in right now. I know they say this all sound like a broken record, but the further out you are arranging your holiday, especially right now, yes, it's a great time for late deals, of course, but booking into the future means you are locking in a good price right now, and you're guaranteed that that price won't move. It's also more budgeting time, and this is a big holiday, right? Australia and New Zealand. You're going to meet some amazing people while you're on this cruise as well, actually. You're going to have a brilliant time. So, included in your package price, you have got your flight out to Sydney from the UK, return flights, of course, 4 nights in a hotel in Sydney, and then it's time to board Celebrity Edge for 12 nights of cruising the fjord sights and sounds of New Zealand, with classic drinks package included, one at a time responsibly, and Wi-Fi right the way through the cruise. Now, those two alone are valued at over $1,300 per person, which is well worth knowing, because for a deposit of just £199 right now, you can lock in this really stonking price tag. And I have to say, to be able to look so far into the future, I mean, our Cruise First team have to do a bit of a crystal ball job and kind of go, right, okay, we're taking a big chance here, locking in a price tag right now, which includes the flights, the Sydney stay, and the 12-night cruise, which is all inclusive, remember, with drinks package and Wi-Fi on Celebrity Edge. It's brilliant. Now, if you want to go even further into the future, the package is also available at the start of 2027 on the 31st of January and the 12th of February. And if you want prices for those, that's the magic number. Free to call right now, 0800 953 4700. But if you've ever wanted to do Australia and New Zealand, I can't see any other way of doing just so much of it in a comprehensive way for a price tag like this. I mean, you look at the price tag like this and you think, hang on a second, how is that any more than just literally the travel to Australia, a few nights there and coming on back? But it's so much more than that, as you can see. Here's the details, the overview, and your upgrade prices as well, if you fancy going up to the ocean view to balcony, or up to the Aqua Class as well. Aqua Class is well worth looking at as well. It gives you unlimited access to the Persian Garden with its aromatic steams and tropical rain showers. I could do with one of those right now, I tell you. An exclusive restaurant for you to enjoy, wellness consultation, lots of stateroom extras as well, like aromatherapy diffusers, pillow menus, yoga mats as well. It is really lovely, and you get your special room service menu if you go Aqua Class as well. If you want more details of any of those upgrades, just talk to the team now on 0800 953 4700. I was just thinking, on that cruise as well, you'll meet lots and lots of of Aussies and Kiwis as well, because of course, Joe and I make for one of our other companies within our group, we have brands in Australia, and we talk to our friends in Australia about these cruises as well. And of course, to them, a Sydney out of Sydney cruise is a local cruise and very popular as well.
Yeah, amazingly popular. But I think you're just going to, I mean, you'll just be blown away by this part of the world. If you've never visited before, this is going to be the moment to see the most incredible places
I would love
on
to.
your bucket list.
Absolutely love to. Celebrity Cruising, of course, is all about enjoying the most vibrant, modern and gorgeous boutique ships at sea. We've got their latest on the way in just a moment, but let's head east now for November in 2026, over 20 nights, as we explore Vietnam and Thailand. 5-star, of course. We start our trip by flying out of the UK to Hong Kong. It's such a stunning city, so let's check it out with a relaxing 2-night stay here in a hotel. Another city I absolutely long to go and see. It just looks fascinating.
Hong Kong's dizzying, but in all the right ways. You know, it doesn't feel that it's too much, as in you can't escape from the bustle of the city, because there's lots of lovely green spaces around Hong Kong as well. You can cruise over on the Star Ferry. That's an absolutely iconic thing to do. Take the funicular up to Victoria Peak to see sweeping views over Hong Kong. But they're famous for their markets. They're famous indeed for their electronic shopping as well, and so much more. I'd recommend doing the hop-on, hop-off bus to get acquainted with Hong Kong whilst you're there.
They're always good, those tours.
They're great to introduce you to a city when you've got a mini break there. Then it's time for us to cruise, and we're going to be on board this Celebrity Millennium for 14 nights. Once again, this is all-included luxury, so your drinks and Wi-Fi. So you're talking about your cocktails, your blended drinks, your coffees, your bottles of water before you go into port. Things you might not think about, but all will add up when they add onto your bill normally, are all included. Soft drinks, of course, spirits, wines, beers, all of that.
Drinks by the pool.
Drinks by the pool, yes.
Nice.
And you get to try all those cocktails on the menu. I love that about the drinks package. And of course, whilst you're enjoying, you're just basking in the beauty of this part of the world, you can enjoy everything the ship has to offer as well. She actually had a Revolution upgrade a couple of years ago, which was a huge modernization program. Now, Celebrity are very well known for the comfort and luxury of their staterooms. Honestly, I have never slept so well on a cruise ship bed.
Yeah, me too. It's bizarre. It's just very, very bizarre, but it's wonderful, and you need to go and try it for yourself because it is. It's truly just different. It's wonderful being out on the ocean waves as well, actually. When you're inside a ship and you're enjoying all of the restaurants and the bars and the lounges and whatever, you kind of lose that sense of perspective.
Right.
But it's when you go back to your stateroom and, you know, if you treated yourself to an ocean view or a balcony, when you step out onto the balcony, and sometimes that can be way beyond sunset, and just watch the ocean waves. It's, you know, it's very, very calming. There's something about it. Is it negative ions or positive ions or something as well that kind of, you know, they do kind of envelop you and
ionizing, yeah. Yes. So it's like it's like the experience of being in a waterfall, basically.
Yeah.
And you're getting the freshness of the ocean air, and that's why I think why it allows people to think clearly. Maybe it's about time you had a break and just got away from everything.
Yeah.
And that's the great thing about a cruise.
Yeah, it does allow you to completely kind of, you know, park all the troubles and cares and whatever. You can park those and actually even throw some of those back into perspective when you're on a holiday like this, because you think, okay, well, you know, I've got the worries of the world on my shoulders on one hand, but on the other hand, here I am blessed and having this amazing holiday, visiting parts of the world that you might never have imagined that you would have done before. And I think sometimes you need to kind of rattle your head a bit and give yourself a pinch me moment.
You really do.
I'm doing this.
And everybody I'm speaking to at the moment is going to Asia. This is the biggest destination at the moment for travel. The best way, in my opinion, to see Asia is by cruise. Because the destinations come to you. You get a taster of each place. You don't have to commit to going on a full holiday to a certain area. And you've got the comfort of the cruise ship to come back to every night. That's the amazing thing. You don't have to think, oh, I don't know if I want to go and eat in that restaurant because this is a different part of the world. You've got this incredible cuisine at your fingertips, great shows, wonderful, entertainment. It's incredible. And shore excursions that can be organised for you on board the ship. We're first into Hanoi in Vietnam, which gives an overnight in port as well. Now, this is really an incredible place to visit because it's the capital of Vietnam. You've got the Hon Clem Lake right there, Ho Chi Minh Museum as well, and the One Pillar Pagoda. But with the overnight, you get to experience the flavour at night, which is great. Then we're into Chiang Mai, where you can visit, it's also known as Hue. You can visit the Imperial Citadel right there, Hoi An, the Hat Village. Do speak to your celebrity excursions team to book a certain excursion that you're after. They'll talk you through it. Ho Chi Minh is next on the list for you. Once known as Saigon, it's known for the incredible Mekong Delta. So if you want to take a tour of the Mekong Delta, that's with a guided tour, that would be really interesting, I think. The Cu Chi tunnels are also worth a visit right under the city. Then we're into the capital of Thailand, the bustling, exciting, vibrant capital of Bangkok. We have an overnight on board there as well. You might want to head to the reclining Buddha or the Grand Palace, but definitely take a tuk-tuk around and see some of those amazing night markets whilst you're there, because you're there overnight. I think you'll love Bangkok. It's an amazing city. Koh Samui, which is the third largest island in Thailand. An incredible place, full of beautiful beaches, incredible sanctuaries where you can go and visit the elephants in their natural habitats as well, and a lovely marine park as well. Now, a couple of days at sea sees us into Singapore, where we'll have a 2-night hotel stay before we head home, which is a brilliant end to our adventure, because in some ways, Singapore is a very relaxing place to visit. It has the hustle bustle, but you have the incredible gardens by the bay, which is a unique biosphere with rare plant species. You have the orchid gardens as well, which is a UNESCO World Heritage Site with rare species of orchid. So for plant lovers, you'll just love Singapore. But if you love a bit of shopping, Orchard Road's right there for luxury, and of course you can do the tax and duty-free shopping. And you've got to grab a cocktail in Raffles Hotel. The
Has to be done.
Singapore style. I mention it every time, but you've got to do it. You'll kick yourself if you don't visit.
Well, you'll be back as well. You'll absolutely be back. I mean, everyone I know that has ever been to Singapore went with an open mind, didn't really know what to expect, spent some time there and said, oh my word, you have to see it. And I want to go back. And that's the great thing, because Singapore is a great gateway to the East as well.
Yeah.
It's usually a layover, isn't it, if you're heading over to, Australia or something like that. But, it's a great city to spend some time in as well. So, do you like the look of this? Lovely Far East adventure. We're looking into November in 2026. Our package includes your flight to Hong Kong, 2 nights in a hotel there, 2 weeks of celebrity cruising on the Celebrity Millennium with classic drinks, cheers to that, one at a time responsibly, and your Wi-Fi, cruising to Thailand and Vietnam with overnights in Bangkok and Hanoi, ending the cruise in Singapore, but that's not the end of the holiday, 2 more nights there in a hotel, and then your flight back to the UK. Deposits today, so you can say it's happening. Just £199 per person deposit today. That's all we're asking for. And your price tag for the whole package, guess? You guessed too high, didn't you? You guessed too high again. £3,099 per person. Everyone plays the game. I know, I can see you all. I can see you all shouting out the numbers. But it's much less, I'm sure, than you imagined it to be. Remember, this price is available for you to lock in today, subject to availability, so you'll need to be as quick as you possibly can. Just to let you know, just an FYI, the value of the drinks package and the Wi-Fi alone is over $1,500 per person. So now when you look at that price tag, it really is staggering, isn't it? Let's have a look at the overview and the upgrades. So if you fancy going up to Ocean View or Balcony, we've got the prices there for you. There are other upgrades available. Talk to the team on 0800 953 4700. But you've got to admit, that's a massive adventure. For the price tag that you're paying there is just, it's bonkers, absolutely bonkers. And that's what we do here at Cruise First, nothing but the most incredible offers when it comes to cruise and stay around the world. We've been doing it for 25 years. We're getting quite good at it now. Well, just ask Trustpilot. We've got nearly 7,000 reviews on Trustpilot right now. We are highly rated. In fact, I was just looking at them, some of them this morning. I might nip through 1 or 2 of them if you've got time later. But right now, we've got more to do, because it's time to head for the promise of sunny beaches and stunning scenery. It's as easy as ABC with our next offer with Celebrity on the newest of their Edge class ships, the XL. Now, they are being very, very tight-lipped about the details because it launches in November. We'll be joining her in November of 2026, flying first from the UK over to Miami in Florida. Time to hit the beach. We've got a 3-night hotel stay here. Oh, wow. Wow, wow, wow. What a city.
What a time to visit as well.
Yes.
Getting away from the cold. It's always sunny in South Florida. most of the time, and you have a really gorgeous climate as well. Now it's rich in culture, this part of Florida. You've got Windward Walls, which is the art district. They do a charming little market there. You also have the famed Collins Avenue, which is the protected Art Deco district. Fascinating to see those mid-century buildings, my favourite part. And all these little coves, you know, you've got the Spanish, the Cuban area, loads of fun places to visit. A ship that excels, and like you said, Derek, they're being quite tight-lipped on the details,
yes.
But this is going to be the newest, most exciting Edge class in the fleet.
Yeah, this is kind of like Edge Plus, really,
Yeah.
because what we know so far is it will have all of your favourite and the best features of the Edge class so far, but there will also be new additions that the Edge class hasn't seen before.
Right.
And that's the bit they're being tight-lipped about as well. So
Yeah.
the Edge class, obviously we have 4 Edge class ships out there already as kind of a template. So we can look and we can say, okay, it's going to have a rooftop garden, but the rooftop garden on Excel is going to be excelled.
Yeah, exactly. And they're going to have also a redesigned Grand Plaza, which spans 3 decks. So just think more space, more razzle dazzle, more excitement. The Retreat as well, which is basically an exclusive resort within a resort for suite guests. This is a really special experience. If you choose to do a suite, it does feel like it's a massive leap above and beyond. So, you know, treat yourself. You could do the Aqua class, of course, while you're on there as well.
Those suites, by the way, I've seen some of those Sky Suites and Edge villas, which are like multi-level.
Yes.
They're in the best part of the ship. You look at them and you think, unbelievable. I
Yeah.
couldn't believe that people are holidaying like that. But
gotta
hey,
do it.
listen, why not? We only
Once
live
in
once.
a life,
Yeah,
exactly.
absolutely.
Maybe you've got a big anniversary coming up this year or a huge celebration. You know, this might be the one where you finally book that treat. You've got a little bit of time to plan for it as well, which is great. But think of all your favorite dining venues as well that you know Celebrity for, like all of your favorite cuisines. It will be that, but heightened. You'll have more space. You'll have, you know, reimagined designs. Cafe El Bacchio is a wonderful place to hang out once you're on Celebrity.
Is it ever?
Delicious cakes.
Very naughty.
Great.
Very naughty.
Every time you walk by.
The thing is, it becomes a daily ritual, and the more days you're on, the more naughty it gets.
Right, and it's all included as well. So you don't, I mean, at least you're not swiping the card every time you buy that cake.
That's
well,
very
maybe
true.
the coffees, but with the cakes, no. Yes, I know. That's
Walk
the
in
thing,
and roll
isn't it?
off. It's one of those. No,
But
it's
go
fine
to the
though.
gym. Go to the gym.
Yes.
The club as well. This is we hung out here when we were on the Beyond, and
Yeah.
I loved the nightclub. I thought it was really fun,
Very
and the
cool.
design was very elegant. The shows are superb on board. You will be blown away, and you can just think the most exciting and dazzling shows at sea, of course, with this brand new vessel. We are cruising out of Miami, and we are heading to the ABC Isles. First of all, Oranjestad, Aruba, which is one of my true favourites. That's the Junkanoo bus right there. You can head around the island, maybe head to the ostrich farm, which is pretty fun. The SeaWorld, they're very cute. SeaWorld Explorer, they can make you a giant omelette there, by the way.
Oh, nice.
At Groenlandic in Bonaire, this is one of the premier spots for visiting marine life on the planet. I'm talking snorkeling, diving, glass bottom kayaking, whatever you have to do. Get out there on the ocean if you can to see some of the beautiful marine life and fish. Then we're into Willemstad, Curacao, a wonderful and charming port just to wander around. Mega Wharf right there at the terminal, you know, is like a little Dutch village. And you also have the Queen Emma pontoon bridge, which is really interesting, opening for every ship that comes underneath. Then a couple of days sees us back into Miami, where you'll disembark and we'll fly you back to the UK after this wonderful visit of the ABC Isles, some of my favourite islands in the Caribbean. And of course, that stay in Miami at the beginning on the most exciting newest ship from Celebrity.
That little devil that sits on my shoulder that is a little bit OCD just loves the fact that itinerary does the ABC Isles in order.
Yeah, I thought you'd like that one.
Yeah, it's brilliant. I love you, Celebrity, for that. It's great because so often we do them, but we do them out of order. Anyway, listen, that's irrelevant. Time to take the XL then, the latest in the Edge class from Celebrity in late November. in 2026, which is brilliant. So you've got a little bit of time between now and then, which is great. Your package is return flights out to Miami, a 3-night hotel stay there, and then your 8 nights of cruising the Southern Caribbean, the ABC Isles, A, B, then C. It's amazing, with classic drinks package and Wi-Fi included. Deposits today of just £199 per person, and your price for the whole jolly lot, given that this is a brand new ship as well. And on average, by the way, a new ship like this will cost upwards of $1 billion to bring to the sea. It's ridiculous, and we're not paying for it in our cruise fares. We are getting the same kind of excellent 5-star value, all of the design-led beauty on the ship, and your drinks and Wi-Fi alone on here, which is included for you to enjoy responsibly one at a time, is valued at over £850 per person. So that is stunning value for money. Time to get out and grab it with the deposits. Here's the overview and the upgrades for you. £199 each gets this locked in for you today. It's brilliant. And don't we love a new ship? Have you been on Celebrity Edge? Have you been on Celebrity Apex or Celebrity Ascent or one of the other new wonderful celebrity ships? Have you been on the Beyond? Well, this is Beyond, because this is XL. So it's Edge class XL'd. And as soon as there are more details released by Celebrity actually as to, you know, what, where and when and why, at the moment, even when we log in to the Celebrity themselves, we have a secret kind of site which gives us all the very, very latest gossip that even you can't access. We can, but all the deck plans all say where the restaurants and the venues are, all has orange blocks just saying coming soon, which is rather annoying. But you know what? It's great as well, because it ups the ante, it ups the excitement as well, which is incredible. And that's why you stick with us here at the channel. And listen, what do you love about cruising? Let's hear from some of our friends.
For me, I think it's getting to see a lot of different places, having a little taster of different places, and then deciding, is it somewhere that I would like to come back and see a little bit more of, really. And that's why me and my husband have chosen to do cruises.
I love meeting people. I like getting away from my bungalow by the sea on my own and being with other people and having a great time and meeting friends, some friends that I still keep in contact with now from lots of past cruises. That's really good.
You can never get bored on a cruise ship, whether it's at a destination or it's got a sea day. There's always plenty to do. You never get bored. You don't even know you're on it. You're sailing, and when you're sailing, as I say, you're sailing at night and you don't even know. You can't feel anything. And I'd highly recommend cruises, most definitely.
There we
I
go.
don't know. A little bungalow by the sea would suit me just fine right now. Actually, it'd be
I
absolutely
like the
fine.
sound of that as well.
Gilly, I think you've got it good there.
Yes.
Listen, that's why other people love cruising. And actually, it's funny because in the UK, there's still such a small percentage of people who've actually been cruising. I mean, if you look at the statistics, it's ridiculously small. There's a lot more people who want to. And actually, if that's you, you should absolutely be getting out there and doing it. Use Cruise First as well, because our knowledge is absolutely fantastic. Just reading one of the Trustpilot's reviews here recently. I can't praise Emma enough. I just called to request a delay in my flights home after our Australian cruise for 2026. The whole service has been so smooth. Thank you for the knowledge and expertise. Emma has gone above and beyond. And we hear that again and again and again from Emma and Farah and Farouk and Mary and Martin and all of our amazing team that you talk to when you call 0800 953 4700. They are there as a resource. Use them.
Yeah, exactly. We're there to make your cruise the most exciting experience, and just make sure you don't have to do too much to enjoy the best holiday ever.
Absolutely. Stay right where you are. There's plenty more amazing offers on the way.
See you soon.